Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blue Supermoon in Pisces Feng Shui. This is a time of practical magic, and that's what this Feng Shui is all about, practical magic. I love the practical because we want to get things done. We want our homes to look amazing. We want things to be in order, but the magic is amazing. So we all love magic, and this is a time we're headed into harvest season. Harvest season is the time of bringing in all of the abundance. And so if you're ready to bring in the abundance, this blue supermoon is spectacular. Now, this is the second full moon in August. We usually have one full moon a month. When there's a second full moon, which happens like two and a half years, every two and a half years, so it's pretty rare, it makes a month feel like extra release. So if you're looking for extra release of stuff, and I am, raise your hand if you are, if you're looking for extra release of stuff that's been weighing you down, stressing you out, cluttering your life, making you feel like not yourself, or making things feel stuck or heavy, this is a time to just let it all go. So this is also a month where we have a lot of retrogrades, and I love retrogrades. If you've been here for a while, retrogrades are magical. Retrogrades are an amazing time to reorganize, revamp, replenish, and really supercharge your life. And so if you've been experiencing a lot of slowdown or emotions or things coming up, now is time to just go, let's let it go. You might even want to, in the week ahead, this is happening on the 30th into the 31st. In the week ahead, you might want to take extra showers, extra baths. And as you do, just send all the emotions you don't need into the water and imagine that your life is becoming lighter and lighter and lighter. And drink a lot of water too. So let's get into all the feng shui. This is so exciting. So it's Virgo season, my season. All you Virgos, we need this season. It's time. Virgo season and a Pisces full moon, blue moon, super moon. So super, super powerful, practical meets magic. This entire feng shui method is based on the practical meeting the magic. And so if you are really into feng shui, this is something that you've wanted to do, and you love this methodology, the whole entire method and school of feng shui is totally unique, and you're going to learn a lot here. And if you want to take it to the next level, the School of Intention, the Feng Shui School, is open now for registration, and you can find all the details below. This is a time to really harness your talents and bring them to life in bigger ways. Now, the practical: plans, order, clarity, creativity, putting things together very neatly, very clearly, taking those actions. The magical: visualizing, being dreamy, feeling more magnetic, bringing things in magical ways. I know, it's really fun. I love this feeling. So we're going to start with a big Virgo theme, which is wellness. Your wellness is your greatest wealth. How many of you could use a wellness adjustment right now? Or how many of you are in the midst of making a wellness adjustment? And that could mean sleeping more energy, working on habits like drinking more water, anything that's going to further your wellness. If that's something that's been on your mind, now is going to be an amazing time to tap into those big wellness shifts. Those are the things that are going to support you in making your dreams come true. So again, as we're talking about letting things go, it's also letting go of the stagnation in you, the feeling of dragging, the feeling of being stressed, the feeling of not being in your body. How many of you feel that way lately? Like you haven't been in your body, like maybe you've been in your head, maybe you've been lost in things going on in the outside world. Now, a big part of this is curation. Virgos like to curate things, trust me. So Virgo energy is about curating the messages that you are receiving. So right now, if you have in the news, in the conversations around you, a lot of things about things that aren't wellness, that aren't, now there's nothing wrong with talking about an issue that you have in the vein of solving it. But a lot of, if there's a lot of complaining or a lot of fear or a lot of other stuff coming up around you in the realm of wellness, now is a great time to curate those messages and decide, I'm not going to listen to this stuff. I don't want to have these conversations. We're going to change the topic. This is big. Louise Hay has said, love is the great miracle cure. If you want to cure anything, start with love. She has a whole book, You Can Heal Your Life, and talks about all of the different energetic components of various illnesses and imbalances in our system. And love is pretty much the cure for every single one of these things. And this is something to harness more of right now. And you can do this in practical ways and in magical ways. So, in the practical way, what are those new habits or habits that you've had that you've dropped that you can bring back into your life right now? It might be workouts. I've been doing restorative yoga before bed. It's been amazing. When I skip it, I really feel the difference the next day. Might be sleeping more. It might be anything that supports you, your favorite smoothie, your favorite electrolyte drink, whatever it is, bring it in and commit to it. Commit to it this month. It might even be finding something new, trusting. This is a big time. Pisces, water, intuition, trusting the messages that you get. You might be hearing a lot about, oh, this smoothie or this supplement or this thing, and you might go, yes, it keeps coming to me. This is the time for me to try it. This might be the level up for me. This might be the next step for me. So all of the things to do with wellness that are practical, then the more magical, which is anything that you do. So it might be a spiritual practice or prayer. It might be a gratitude practice, things that shower you with the energy of love. One of my favorite Louise Hay exercises is to look in the mirror, put your hand on your throat, which is very powerful, and say, I am willing to change. Whew. I am willing to change. And that in itself can be a huge supercharger for everything that you do. So, another thing that you might want to think about is how kind you are being to yourself. Are you looking at yourself and tearing yourself apart? Are you looking at yourself and just finding everything wrong? I got bit by a dog, believe it or not. I love dogs, and Lord knows I can't wait till Bob brings me another dog of my own. And I got bit by a dog on my face. And so I've been finding myself staring at it's almost gone and it's being taken away. It's being like treated to be taken away completely. But every time I look at it, it would freak me out. And I would get so critical of myself as though I did it to myself. And I was like, it's really not a big deal. Why am I doing this? And why am I so laser focused on one thing that's wrong? And so expand out of your critique of yourself. If there's something that's bothering you, instead of focusing in on it, first of all, acknowledge all the good within you. And then also decide you're going to change it. That's it. Whatever it is, you can change it in some way, or you can accept it in a way that is wonderful, because a lot of the unique things about us are what make us great and beautiful and extraordinary. It's the critique that we have as though some invisible standard is coming to get us. It's this critique that we have that makes everything so heavy and difficult. So you're going to release all that stuff, send it away. And now we're going to deep cleanse and release things from home. So if you've been here for a while, you know your home is a mirror of you. everything in your home is affecting you all day long. If you want to change your life, you've got to change the vibes and maybe even the stuff in your environment. It's going to allow you the space to change. It's going to allow you the power to change. It's going to support you in making big changes. This is why so many coaches and healers and even astrologers and designers come into the Feng Shui school, the School of Intention, because they realize that if you're busy making changes in your mindset, changes in your habits, and you don't change your environment, you come to a standstill, or it becomes very difficult because there's this new you emerging and this old environment around you. And instead, if you deliberately work on your environment, you have this support system, like this extra life coach working with you to help you to make your biggest dreams a reality. So, making some moon water is a wonderful thing to do. If you don't know how to make moon water, head over to the video on my channel after this. Just make a little note, head over. There's a whole thing on moon water, how to make it, how to use it. This is a great moon because it's such a cleansing moon to make some moon water on the night of the full moon. And because it's such a super moon, and then use that water to clean your house, use that water to take a bath the next day, bathe your whole environment and you in that water. You can wash your home from literally head to toe. You can wash any floors that can be washed. You can wash your baseboards. You can wash the walls that you have that are washable. If you have washable walls, meaning you have paint that can be washed, grab yourself. I always see this on TikTok. It's so inspiring. Grab yourself a bucket and a mop, and you can use the mop to literally squeeze out the mop really well so you're not saturating your walls, and then you can mop your walls. And this, when I tell you, this will take the energy in your home to the next level. It will, in such a practical way. To add a little magic, you can add a drop or two of your favorite essential oil, and it will just be spectacular beyond belief. It's not too strenuous to do this, believe it or not, because you're just kind of going up the walls, and you don't have to be perfect about it. Believe me, it makes such a big difference. Another thing that you can do is to declutter. And when we talk about release, decluttering is the ultimate release. So let go of that extra stuff that's been hanging around that is no longer serving you. Figure out what you can let go of, what you can donate. I have a few things, let them go. Now, a little bonus for you. If there's been something emotional, and for me, there's one big thing emotional. I'm doing it right after this. I'm getting ahead of this moon. Something emotional that you've been hanging on to that you need to get out of your system. Write it out. Write a letter, write an email, or talk it out if you want to. But if you need to, write it out. If you can't send the letter, then just rip up the letter. If you can send it, send it. Get it out of your energetic system. This is how we let things go in a practical and also magical way, freeing you to prosper. So now, practical ways to build abundance are in the spotlight. The Cash Camp is open for those of you who have, I need to link it below. I don't think it's linked below. The Cash Camp's open for a few more days this year. And it is a deep dive into practical and magical ways to use Feng Shui to build your wealth. And it's extraordinary. This is the 9th season. I think it's the 12th cycle. And we've watched people completely revolutionize their money in the Cash Camp, and it's so exciting. But this is all the things that are practical. Think about practical things you can do. Make new plans for your money. Make new habits for your money. You might decide you're going to do a cash diet where you're going to grab a certain amount of cash as spending money each month, put it in your wallet, and that's all the money you are going to spend. So you're going to be much more aware of it than swiping a card or just ordering on Amazon or whatever it is. It's amazing what happens when you just have that money to spend. You start looking differently at what you're spending on in terms of like these every random things that we buy here and there. So that could be one practical step to give you an idea. new projects. What new projects can be abundant for you? Maybe it's selling some things that you have. Maybe it's time to have a garage sale. That could be a project for the fall. Maybe it's time to sell some things online, start an online business, dive into a new course of study that's going to make you money. All of this is so practical and enriching and about mastery and very much the Virgo side of this full moon in Pisces. And then the magical side, which is the Pisces energy, which is visualizing, really seeing what you want, really feeling what you want, really getting into, there's nothing more powerful than visualization. And it's one of the things that Feng Shui is. Feng Shui is literally the visualization of what you want all around you in your space. So if you want to take things to the next level, see them everywhere around you, or close your eyes and visualize. How many of you have a visualization practice that you do on a regular basis? It's amazing because almost everyone I talk to knows about visualization. They've heard about it. They've been told about it. It's nothing new. The fact that just about no one I know does it on a regular basis blows my mind, because it's the one sort of woo-woo practice that has a lot of scientific study behind it. And, visualization has been shown to change your brain, to change your body, to change the outcomes that you achieve, to change your stress levels, to change your focus. And so even though it's maybe no one studied manifestation, visualization makes actual changes in yourself. And you can do that with nothing. You don't need any special equipment. You don't need any special time. Close your eyes, breathe, and see what you want every single day. Relax and allow yourself to get lost in a vision of what you want. Feel it, imagine it as though it's as detailed as possible, as though it's happening right now, and watch what happens. This is the magic. And you can even make a vision board. One of the students in the School of Intention worked with one of her clients on making a vision board. And this guy got into such detail with his vision board for 2 weeks. And within a month, his whole life was transformed. He was engaged. He moved. He had a plan. He had all of these things in action: new work, new visa, a whole new universe that he created, starting with this vision board. So these are tools you've probably heard about. Use them, get into them, do them. And if you want to take a little extra bonus magnetism for the month, grab some cinnamon, take little pinches of cinnamon and walk around your house. And on the night of the full moon, or before it, or after it, or even right now, sprinkle it in all of your corners of every room of your house, just a tiny little bit like dust. And just imagine money and abundance and opportunities and greatness coming in for you all around you. So hopefully this gets you thinking and gets you feeling into the excellence that is ahead. Not only is this going to be an amazing end to August, which for some of you might have felt a little bit more slow or a little bit more internal, it's going to open you up to a September, October, November, December of massive expansion, incredible abundance, incredible new things coming in, and big decisions that change your life in the best possible ways. So I will link the Cash Camp below right after this. If you want to join us in the Cash Camp, you can for a few more days. And for those of you who want to be a Feng Shui pro, all the details are below to join us in the School of Intention, to book a call with me. I love chatting with you. I love getting to know you. It is the joy of my life. And for all of you, I'm wishing you the most spectacular blue supermoon in Pisces. May this be the start of the biggest, brightest, best new chapter ahead. I will talk to you guys soon. Mwah. Bye, everyone. Thank you all for being here.